a man was dying. You heard his family in the foyer talking about him dying. I thought they said he was already dead. So the preacher in me, regardless of you're black, white, green, or purple,
That's it.
decided to go down the hall and comfort that family and talk to that family. He was taking his last breath. Do you know there's a difference from breathing and
Yes, it
taking
is.
your last
Yes, it
breath?
is.
I've seen it.
You can actually see when someone is
Yes, you
taking
can.
I've seen it.
their last breath.
My mother.
When they're in a comastatic condition, but they can hear everything, but they can't open up their eyes and they can't talk, and there's a grumbling
Yeah.
in their breathing,
Yes,
and stuff coming out of the
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
They're taking
Their last breath.
the last breath.
Yes, sir.
Some of us are even put on a thing called life support. We can't breathe for ourselves. Our family don't want us to go. So they hook us up to a thing called
Life support.
support. Well, today I want to interest you in getting off of hate support. Oh, you ain't
Come
gonna
on,
pray with
Pastor.
me. You ain't gonna pray with me.
Totally right.
See, there's life support and there's hate support. It's right here in verse 8, Isaiah. It says, be now ye also put off all these anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communications out of your mouth. See, if you're supporting yourself with hatred, you're not going to get in. I'm so tired of preachers that won't tell you the real truth, that'll tell you what you want to hear. I'm so tired of preachers that won't tell you he came, he died, the temple, the tomb is empty, the cross is bare. He's now occupying a space with the Father.
Yes.
Yeah. See, for ye are dead if your life is hid from Christ. If you're not connected to him, you're connected to them. If you allow these things to control you, how can you love God and you can't love folks that you see every day? How can you love him? How can you love him when you're talking about your neighbor? See, sooner or later, you got to get tired of folks talking about the same thing with you. What do I look? Do I look like a doormat? Do I look like a sponge? I'm tired of hanging around folks that all they want to do is talk about something negative. If you ain't got nothing positive to say to me, I'm not sitting there listening. Your problem is you want to hear it. It's easier to hear the worst in man than the best in man. It's easier to hear what folks are saying about you and react to what folks are saying. But the same folks that are talking about me are the same folks that are talking about you. And they will even say that you said it. Oh,
They
you
sure
ain't-
will.
You ain't gonna
They
go with me
sure
today,
will.
because I'm talking about some stuff that has to change in
In you.
2015. You will never be where God wants you to be if you hang around folks and let other folks control you. And if they on your phone, if they in your ear, if they driving in your car, if they eating at your table, and they keep throwing stuff that you don't want to hear, they have some control over you. I'm not talking about your neighbor. I'm not talking about your best friend. I'm talking about what is holding you in bondage. We got a new year, and we say we want a new mind, but we got the same stuff holding us in bondage. It stops your blessing. It stunts your growth. I am so glad. I said, I am so glad that even in my mess, God will see my message. You didn't get that. I'm so glad that even with all the problems I got, God will see my message. When I was torn up from the floor up, God still loved me. When I was beat up from the feet up, God still loved me. When I was messed up from the chest up, God still loved me. Everybody else talked about me, but God still loves me. God did not leave me then. And I can tell you for sure, Isaiah, he's not going to leave you now. He let you go through some struggles to make sure that your faith is strong enough to hold your blessing. Some of you can't get your blessing because your faith ain't strong enough. God did not leave me when my money was funny. God didn't leave me when my change was strange. God did not leave me. He did not leave me and let it affect his grace for me. See, some of you got favor, and some of you getting blessed, and you trying to explain to folks why God bless you. Can I tell you something today? I'm not going to tell you why he blessed me. He blessed me because he wanted to bless me. I don't have to explain to you why God is doing work in my life, because God does it because he decides to do it. And if I quit hanging around the wrong type folks, he'll bless me some more. Oh, yeah, you ain't got to like me today.
Amen.
Because you ain't on the right support.
Right.
If folks are keep in your ear, you got hatred that will gather in your heart. And when it get into your heart, it gets into your spirit. It's not what goes in a man. It's what comes out of that man. If hatred is in you, it's going to come out. If malice is in you, it's going to come out. If envy is in you, it's going to come out. And you hanging around the folks and listening to folks that don't like you anyway, and you wonder why God is not blessing you. Because you're hanging around the wrong folks. You don't talk evil communication about each other. This is not what a saint does. It's what a sinner does. And you got to understand the difference between being a saint and a sinner. A saint, Isaiah, and a sinner. You got a whole bunch of folks that look like saints. They talk like saints. But if you walk with them long enough, you're going to know they ain't saints.
You gonna know who they are?
You're going to know them. You're going to know them. You're going to know them. See, I got to understand that God is not going to leave me regardless of what you think about me. Oh, Lord, help me with this thing. He's not going to leave me. He's going to pick me up. And he's going to turn me around. Now, I am able to